Alright my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to some brand new Planet Zoo content. I've been staying on the Tropical Wing series for a little while, my friends. We were going to jump back in and do some more Let's Build Together, and that's exactly what we're going to do today off the back of some of your requests with the new stuff that's been going on in Tropical Wing Zoo. So if you're new to this series, basically this is a live build along. We basically open the game up and I show you how to build this piece by piece, step by step. This, my friends, that we're going to build today is the path cover that I'd built recently with at our new Okapi habitat in the Tropical Wing Zoo series. I'll link that above for you, my friends, in case you're new to the channel and you don't know what I'm on about. So feel free to check that playlist out. That's my big project that I'm doing at the moment. If you're new to this series, feel free to go and check out some of the other videos. Basically, we've been doing some really minor, small stuff because I want to try and keep these as bite-sized videos. We've done lots of things like backstage fences, gates, that sort of stuff, so feel free to go and check it out. But this is what we're going to build today, and we're now going to look at the pieces you're going to need to build it. So these are the pieces you're going to need to build this little path cover, basically, my friends. Now, that path cover, you would have seen in the thumbnail, is just kind of used as a cover for your guests when they're viewing the animals. A few people had asked after seeing the Okapi habitat episode whether or not I could show them how it was made or put it on the workshop. Now, for those that don't know, I don't really have time to put things on the workshop. I'd rather make a video and teach you how to build things than put them on the workshop and then you just download them. Because me personally, I just don't think you learn much if you're just downloading loads of stuff off of the workshop. I try to build as much as I can myself, but I think rather than just giving it to people, it's just good to impart some knowledge and teach people how to build things. Now, to build this, you are going to need these pieces. The first one is the vertical wooden plank roof trim. The next one down is the Planet Zoo plank fin painted 4 meter. Next up, you've got the North African painted wood beam 1 meter thick. Then you've got the North African painted wood beam 1 meter thin. You've got the North African painted wood beam 2 meter thin, the North African painted wood beam 4 meter thick, and the North African painted wood beam 4 meter thin. You can find all of these items under the construction tab, and what I would say as well, to make sure that you can get the sizing perfect, is go onto the workshop and download the Archer. Essentially, this little guy is pretty much the same size as a person, so you can get your scalings right. Okay, my friends, so here we go. We're now going to build this item, and to be honest with you, it shouldn't take that long. Now, the one you see at the beginning was relatively large. I think what we're going to do is build a slightly smaller version of that, just so you can see that actually it's really easy to make it larger. You can just add on as you go along. So I've got my Archer, this little guy here, as you can see. You can download him, Angry Archer for Scout. You can download him off the workshop. He just helps you get Scout, basically. He's slightly taller than the people, but ever so slightly, but it helps you. So, because I feel like Planet Zoo is one of those things that a lot of people struggle with getting things to look realistic, and to scale. I think this little guy helps massively. So first and foremost, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have to make the roof, because it's custom made. We need to get that done first. So what you're going to need to do that, go into your construction tab, go to your you need that trim piece that I mentioned. Now what I would say is that, I say this to everybody, favourite all the items that you use a lot. That's exactly what I do. So the vertical wooden plank roof trim, we're going to select that piece and take it in here. Press X so you can get your piece. We're going to drag this up. And what we're going to do is we're going to get the angle we want. So we press X again, and then you're just going to rotate it to the point where you get the angle that you want. Now, I'm going to go, if we were flat, I'm going to go 2 notches to get the angle that I want for this. Now, it's really, really simple to do, to get the roof exactly how we had it. And it's just a simple case of doing this. So we'll place that piece. We'll then place another piece here. And then we're going to place another piece here. I think we're going to probably go 5 on the top layer. Another piece there. And another piece there. We're going to do 5 pieces on the top layer. You're then going to select one of these pieces. You're going to go down underneath. And then you're just going to go about halfway there. And you're going to do the same again. But obviously you won't need as many pieces on your bottom layer. So you're going to go to that point there. And that is essentially how you create your roof, gang. What I should do, really, because they're not all grouped together, is just select them all. Because they're not a grid piece, so they won't automatically create a group. And then just press this one here. For some reason, there seems to be a glitch on some of this stuff at the minute. That said move item, but the tree with the plus is actually the one that puts all your items together. So that's one side of your roof. You can now select this. If we press R and we go in, we can select all of this, press X, and then X again. We can rotate around, and then we can just drag this out and get it to where we need it. And that is your roof, gang. It really is as easy as that to get the roof together. Now, I create the roof first because that's the first piece. If you want to make a really long, path covering viewing area, then you can just basically select this whole area now, and you can go along one more. Just like that. It's really, really that simple if that's what you wanted to do. I think what we'll do for this build, though, is we'll just use it as it is. It's just one item. What I'm now going to do is I'm just going to select it all. We're going to drag it over, and we're going to get it above our archer. Because we want to get this to scale. We want it to look relatively good and real. And so that, from our archer's point of view, the viewing area would be pretty good. So I'm going to actually leave it at about the level that I've done it. I actually think that's pretty good, and we can always just raise it up a little more if we feel like it needs to in a moment. So that's the first step there. Now what you need to do is create the frame that this sits on, and the best way to do this is to build off of your roof, basically, gang. So select one of the bottom pieces, like so. So basically click on it, then press Control X, and basically that will help you duplicate the piece, but we're not actually going to do that. Instead, we are now going to go and select one of the wooden pieces. Now to do this, probably going to, on the ends, I'm going to use the beam fin, 1 meter beam fin. That is probably going to make the most sense. We're going to drag this out this way. We are going to need this to go up the way that it is at the minute. So we're just going to drag that there like so, like that, and we're just going to tuck that in just so it's touching the roof there. Now I haven't obviously coloured any of this. I'm just leaving it the bog standard colour because it's just easier. You can recolour all this stuff as you go along. So you're just going to then rotate that down like that, and then click, and then if you click these two, press Control X, it will select them both, then rotate it round, and then you're just gonna drag it this way, and you should, in theory, get the perfect shape. Now do not worry if these two pieces at the top don't touch, because you're going to be putting a piece that goes all the way through the middle there, that sits in that gap, that is the another section of your support. So that is essentially that piece there, gang. What I am going to do is I am going to recolor these, because the black is not that great, so I'm just going to recolor all these brown like so, and then I think the roof, I'm just going to do like a darker colour, I think. We'll do it that brown again, but we'll just go a little darker, like so. Lovely job. Okay, so that's that done. That's first section there. Now, you want to just select all these pieces. So you Control and then press your mouse. Control X, it will duplicate it, and then we can drag this all the way to the end. So we've got both our end sections on this done. So that is that. Next piece that I like to do is I like to get the front and the back pieces of the frame together. So Control X on this piece, obviously that will duplicate, but we're obviously not going to. We're going to select the longer piece now. We're going to rotate it round like so. It's the longer piece that we need, I believe. And then we're just going to pull that along until we have each end, basically, and you will get a little overlap, and that's kind of what you want, because the support just looks a lot better that way. Put that piece there, and then go to the back and do the same again. There we go. Lovely job. And then we're now going to put the legs on it. Oh, I didn't place that piece. Forgot to place that piece. There we go. Lovely job. So now we're going to put the legs on, gang. So we're just going to select this piece here. We're going to rotate that this way, and you'll find that because of the end piece, you'll get one that's perfect, like right on the end. Now, you probably shouldn't need the long ones. You can probably go with a slightly shorter leg here. It actually should be the right length, these pieces of wood, to get it how you want it. So you can see we're actually a little bit high, and we could probably go a little lower, which we will do in a moment. But we'll just line that up, place that piece in there, drag one to the back. We'll place that piece there, like so. We then select these two pieces, Control X, it will duplicate them both, and we drag them up to the other end, and we will place them here. So as you can see, you've now pretty much got the basic structure in place. I'm just going to select it all, and I'm going to take these down to ground level. As you can see, this is really tiny. It looks quite flimsy, but I actually think this is much more to scale than building something that's really, really, really big. Now, what I should say is that you can't fit the normal size path. As you can see, this is made for the 2 meter path. There's a 2 meter path trick that I'd be more than happy to show you guys if you don't know what it is, but I've made this for the 2 meter path. If you wanted to make it for the bigger path, what I would suggest is that you just put your piece of path in, and then you just have to make it slightly larger all the way to the back of where your path level is, from the front to the back. Obviously though, like I say, this has been made for the 2 meter path, so do keep that in mind. But like anything, you've got creative freedom. You can make things smaller or larger as you please. I'm just building this the same way I'm building it from the Okapi habitat, because that's what people ask for. So as you can see, you've got your main your main structure sort of in place now. Now what I do here is I just click one of these middle pieces, and then I would select the this piece here. So this is the thick piece, that's the 4 meter thick wooden piece. We're going to rotate that round, and then we're just going to go into the middle and up. Now, this piece is going to sit on the inside, and it's going to act as that sort of buffer between the roof and the main, structure. We're just going to pull that down a little like that, so it's going to sit there at the top. Let's just recolor that so that it's the same color as what we've got already. Like so. Lovely job. We're just going to place that piece there, and what you're going to need to do is probably have 2 pieces as you just drag it along so you get that end piece. Now, the only bits you've really got to do now are the little feet that I'd put on and the supports, the structural supports. So if we do the feet first, what I do is I click on each leg, Control X, it does the duplicate trick, then just select the thicker piece basically, and we're going to drag that down to the bottom, and we're going to basically do that for every single one of the legs. But by doing it like this, you make sure that it's central every single time. I could grab these and drag them back, but you won't get them central. So if you just click there, Control X, get that piece, it's always going to be central to how the leg is. And the thing is as well, nothing is completely symmetrical, so it's nice that you get free reign and you can mess around with it how you wish. And then the last bit we've got is the supports. So we click on this, Control X, it's that duplicate trick again, but we're going to go with the smaller 1 meter piece. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to rotate this forward like so until we get it to the angle that we want it. I'm going to go with quite a shallow angle. Now press X again and you'll see that this is on the world axis. But if you click this, it will change it for you. So now you can just go straight up and you'll get it exactly how you want it. And what we're going to do is press X again on this same axis, rotate it so it's 90 degrees, 180 degrees I should say. I've probably gone a little bit too far there. Yeah, I have. And then we're going to drag this all the way, and what you'll see is just as it touches there, that is bang on. And you're going to click these 2 pieces, duplicate them with the Control X again, and we're going to drag these guys back, and that's going to get you where you want front and back. Then what you're going to do is click one of these end pieces, Control X once again, but we're going to rotate this way this time, and that is going to line you up so that you get your end bits how you want them as well. And again, X, rotate it all the way around as you did before, and then get them to touch like so. And then you're going to select these 2 pieces and you're going to drag them all the way up to the end, and that is how you're going to get all your support pieces looking nice and symmetrical and like they've all been done properly, basically. Now, what I would say from here is I would personally add a little bit more roof. I actually like a little bit of overhang on mine, so I would drag that down on the top and I'll drag it down on the bottom. If you wanted it to obviously be symmetrical on the back, you just drag that down there, and then you drag that. Now, this is a really cool way. I know we've only done it for, you know, a relatively small build here, but this is a really good way to make custom roof pieces. There's not enough custom roofs. There's not enough roof pieces that are that nice in the game, in my opinion. So I like to make custom roofs, and this is a really, really good one because you can make some really large pieces. You can make angled pieces with this as well, and it really does do a really good job. And then the last little bit that you want to do, a little bit of detailing, is you want to get your zoo plank fin painted 4 meter. Now, if you click on here and you do the duplicate, it's going to be at the same angle, but as we know, we did 2 notches, so that's going to get you straight. You're going to pull it there into central, and then you're just going to place it at the top like so. Now, you can have that as high or as shallow as you want. It's completely up to you. I'm going to do it there like so, and that, my friends, is how you create that little viewing area. And I think, as you can see, with our little archer underneath, I didn't mean to press that, with our little archer underneath, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Really, really like it. What I'll do is I'll put the other one that I built earlier next to it so you can see a comparison of the two side by side. And so there you go, gang. There's the two side by side. As you can see, the original one actually had a lot more of a shallower roof design. This one's got a deeper one that we've made today. But I think this is a really good way to show you how much freedom you've got from a creative standpoint. You know, like our supports on this, you know, we've done them at more of a 45-degree angle, whereas here we've gone a bit more, you know, deep. And then, as you can see, the roof was completely different on here to this one. I think I actually prefer the roof on this, and I might consider changing these in my zoo. I think this deeper roof is actually really, really nice. But that, my friends, is another episode of building together. Let's build together. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comment section below if you found this tutorial helpful, if this was an easy build as well, and if you'll be using it in your zoos. Also, in the comment section below, please feel free to let me know anything you would like to see me do in this series, and anything that you'd like me to show you, gang. I'm always looking for new things to build. I'm always looking for new tutorials to do. I understand that Planet Zoo is not the easiest game. It's not a pick up and play game. It takes a long time to learn a lot of these techniques. I am by no means a master. There's lots of stuff in the game that I can't do, but I feel like if I can impart some of my knowledge on you guys and it helps you become better players of Planet Zoo and enjoy the game a bit more, then I'm more than happy to do it. So feel free to leave your ideas and things you'd like to see in the comment section below. If you are new around here though, I really appreciate you coming along, viewing the video and sticking with me. But to support the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really is the best way to do so. Drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it and you found it helpful. Very much appreciated, and helps the channel massively. But until the next one, my friends, stay safe, stay humble, and I will see you real soon.